The day before my wedding, I was still running after my bridesmaids' dresses. Guys, planning a Nigerian wedding is not for the faint hearted. Hey, I'm Simi Dre. Welcome to my channel. So, a lot of you guys asked for this video on my Instagram, and I feel like I already addressed some of the topics in one of my previous videos on YouTube, which I'll link below. But here are some tips if you are a Nigerian bride preparing for your wedding. Get ready to be stressed. Girl, you are gonna be stressed. Your parents are gonna stress you out. Your family members are gonna stress you out. Your friends are gonna stress you out. Many of you still have your 9 to 5s, still have your regular jobs, and you're planning this big day in your life. Guys, be stressed. Finding a wedding dress designer took me months. Honestly speaking, months. And it was one of the things that stressed me out. And even my mom was like to me, it can't be that hard. Until one of my friends recommended me a wedding designer. They're actually based in America. So I booked a meeting with these people, a virtual consultation. And we started talking. My mom was on the call, just listening. She was silent. And they asked me what my budget was for my wedding dress. So I gave them the amount, and they were like, well, I'm afraid our dresses start from $10,000, but something like your dress would probably cost like $15,000. Hey guys, 15 what on a wedding dress? I was like, guys, I need to change my profession because these wedding dress designers are making money. $15K, no. Luckily, my wedding dress designer that I did use in the end gave me a decent price. But trust me when I say, your wedding day or wedding planning is going to stress you out. And you need to find time for yourself, even if it's like one day per week, to just relax, to just breathe, to sleep, to rest, to take it easy, and then go back to the madness of planning. I remember when I had just gotten engaged, people kept on telling me, Simi, you better start early or you better start planning early. Can I just say, I started planning like months before my wedding. However, the day before my wedding, I was still running after my bridesmaids' dresses. Guys, planning a Nigerian wedding is not for the faint-hearted. Because even if you start planning like a year in advance, you are still probably going to run around like the week leading up to your wedding. However, the reason why I would still advise you to plan early is because of money, prices. So I started planning my wedding in 2022, but my wedding was happening this year, 2023. I started reaching out to vendors, etc., in September, and around October, November, beginning of November, I was like, right, let me start paying deposits to all these vendors. Guys, if I tell you, some of my vendors were like, oh, we already have our 2023 rates out. The prices have changed. And they sent me their new rates. And I was like, no, 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 no. It's not happening. Like, I had to tell these vendors that, look, you gave me your 2022 rates. That's what we agreed on. And so I'm going ahead with your 2022 rates and paying a deposit for your 2022 rates. So that's the only thing I would advise, because when I tell you, right, I had both rate cards, like the 2022 rate card and the 2023 rate card for many of my vendors. And the price difference was a lot. We're talking like ₦1,000,000 plus with many of these vendors. And if I hadn't contacted them as early as I had, I would have had to pay their new price, the more expensive price. In fact, I actually had one vendor who told me that she couldn't give me an invoice. This was like near the end of 2022. She said she couldn't give me an invoice. It was actually a decorator. She said she couldn't give me an invoice because she knew her rates were going to change in 2023, that prices were going to go up. I told her, no, 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 don't worry. Give me the invoice now. I can pay you in full and you can buy everything you need before the end of the year so that you don't have to look for more expensive things next year. She was like, no, 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 no. She'll send me the invoice in 2023. I told my wedding planner, look, I'm not going to use her because I'm not going to allow somebody to back me up in a corner. You know, if somebody is not going to give you a price now because they're saying that their prices are going to increase, trust me, run away because there's someone else. There's always another vendor who is going to be willing to give you a good price and also fantastic service. And I'm super lucky. Like, I'm super grateful that I found the vendors I found because I have heard horror stories from so many brides about their caterers not showing up on their wedding day, so they had no food, about decorations catching fire, like the worst possible things. Luckily for me, all my vendors showed up for me, like every single vendor showed up for me. And bear in mind, they gave me hefty discounts, like hefty discounts. And they gave me the 2022 prices, not the 2023 prices. See, Nigerian parents, when it comes to weddings, especially if their daughter is getting married, it's not your wedding. It's your parents' wedding. You need to understand, it's not your wedding, it's your parents' wedding. And with my parents, like my parents are like the most easygoing people ever. But even with them, at a point, I just had to give them my traditional marriage. I was like, my traditional wedding. I was like, you do whatever you want with this wedding. And in all fairness, like, kudos to my parents. Like, they planned my wedding beautifully. But it was nerve wracking for me to relinquish all the control over my traditional wedding to my parents. But that was the only way I was able to get them off my back when it came to my white wedding. It worked out in the end, but we argued about so many things. Get ready for disappointment. Like, this is still probably something I am still hurt about and trying to get over. But I found out that it wasn't peculiar to me, to the fact that, like, the people you think will be in your corner, like your closest friends, many of them will disappoint you. Many of them will show you shege. And those people who you're probably not even that close to will actually be the ones who go completely out of their way for you. I mean, I was absolutely shocked. I had individuals that I barely even knew do like everything for me. And some of my closest friends, whew, it hurt me. I'm not gonna lie, like the disappointment, because this was my big day, and I literally thought that many of my close friends would be in my corner, you know, like would be my support system. And many of them were not there. But I found out that this is something that happens a lot when it comes to Nigerian brides, Nigerian weddings. So just be prepared for that kind of disappointment. It was heartbreaking. I'm still not over it, but nobody warned me beforehand. I'm warning you. So be prepared. Be prepared. Definitely get a wedding planner. Girl, get a wedding planner or at least a wedding coordinator, because it will take a lot of the pressure off your shoulders. To be honest, I don't know of any Nigerian bride that has never used a wedding planner. And I don't know how you can plan a Nigerian wedding without a coordinator or wedding planner, because on the day of your wedding, there are going to be things that go wrong that are completely out of your control. And you need somebody who is on ground to sort those things out as they are happening. And that is where your wedding planner or coordinator comes in. Because on your wedding day, you just need to be a princess. You just need to be the one, you know, with a smile on your face, not worrying about anything. It is your wedding coordinator or planner who's going to be chasing the vendors around, making sure they're all where they need to be at the time they need to be, making sure everything is going smoothly and everyone is following the flow of events. Whew! If you do want to plan your wedding without a wedding planner or a coordinator, may God be with you. And then finally, I did mention this in my last video. Girl, enjoy your day. Enjoy your day because your wedding is literally 24 hours and then it's over. Like you literally spend months and months and months planning your wedding and it goes just like that. You need to be fully present in everything that's happening from start to finish. Things may not go perfectly at your wedding. To be honest, things probably will not go perfectly at your wedding. You just need to enjoy the day as much as possible. You cannot focus on the bad. You literally have to just be as present as you can because it will go by and you'll wake up the next morning and you're like, that's it. You know what? If you are planning a wedding, if you are getting married soon, then congratulations. Shout out to you. It is your huge day. And I just wish you the best. And I hope these tips help. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Bye.